What's up, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to City Skylines. My name is Rickes, and that was a really fast intro, and it didn't sound right at all. Now, we're back in City Skylines, and I got 5 minutes to do my story before the real episode starts. So I hope you're ready. Welcome back to City Skylines. I hope you enjoyed your week, and hope you are enjoying your week. First of all, happy Wednesday to you people. Now, the episode will resume as normal, but not with building, with a bit more talking and showing the city, what we did in this episode. Jesus Christ, I can't speak. What we did in this episode, what we're gonna do in the next ones, and I'm just showing you around a bit in detail. Now, I want to tell you guys something, because you might have noticed lately that my City Skylines games haven't really been on point anymore. You might have noticed in my voice, in my whatever, and I always find an excuse to not record this. That is because I love the game, don't get me wrong, I still love the game, but I don't feel like playing or this world or the game anymore. I played it too much. I screwed myself over with this because I focused on City Skylines only on this channel, which was my big mistake of the century. I should have focused on more games as well, instead of doing 2 episodes of City Skylines a week, which is gonna consume all my YouTube time I have, because these episodes take quite a long time to record, edit and upload. They take about 1.5 hours to upload, or not upload but record. It takes a long time, and I got, I got more stuff to do. I got school and everything, and I want to focus on more games as well. I told you more about that in the previous thing I recorded, which is gonna be the thing you're gonna watch next. But anyways, I haven't been really feeling to upload and record City Skylines anymore, and it sucks because I still like the game, but I just don't know anymore. I don't know what to do, so I might take a little break of it actually, and that's the kind of the sad news I want to tell you with this episode. That's why it's a bit different than usual. I might take a little break of City Skylines and of YouTube as well for the next 2 weeks, but I tell you more about that on the end of the episode. But anyway, I just might take a little break of this game. That's actually the thing I want to say with this video. And I know it's gonna come to a shock because you've all been subscribed for City Skylines, and if that suddenly goes away, then I don't know what will happen to the channel. You will probably be mad at me for leaving this game behind or something. I just don't know. But I want to focus on this game still. Don't worry, there will be more to come. I just don't know when. Probably soon, but the next few weeks I really don't know. Now I want to play more games on the channel, as I said a little bit ago. I want to, for example, play GTA 5 on here. There have been The Forest, which got terrible views, but that doesn't matter. I still like to play other games. Don't think I don't or something. And I want to play more games on the channel, so let me know in the comments if you want to see more games, or if you're only subscribed for City Skylines. I really want to know. I really do. But yeah, more games will be on the channel, I hope, soon. I want to do some City Skylines as well, but just not as many as I'm doing right now. 2 a week. I might go to 1 a week, and if I have a new world, I might be playing this game like crazy again. I just don't know. But yeah, it's kind of weird talking to you like this, because I'm not talking by buttons or anything like the controls. I'm just talking and watching my own time lapse I just recorded. But anyways, more games will be on the channel, as I said previous 3 or 4 times. I just don't know what games, so let me know. I'm gonna do GTA definitely, maybe even Battlefield 1 if I get the recording right for that, because I got a bit of a frame rape in that as well, so lots of things. But I just wanna not focus on City Skylines all the time. That's the only thing I wanna say with this episode, and there might be a little break of it, and I will let you know on Twitter, I will let you know on YouTube if that ever happens. Don't worry. So as long as you don't see that video, this still will be uploaded. Hopefully once a week at least, because I don't think I'm gonna do 2 a week anymore. I think the Wednesday is still gonna be City Skylines, but Saturday will be a different game, like GTA or whatever. The Forest, Rainbow Six Siege, more games. I don't know. I will start recording with Mr. Zerfox hopefully soon again. I want multiplayer games on the channel as well. Those were really fun. Now my time is almost up. We're almost at 5 minutes, and I said to myself I want to keep this 5 minutes. So that's hopefully what I'm gonna do. But that's just what I wanted you to know. and that's gonna be a bit of the channel for the future. So yeah, I'll be right back with you guys in 1 millisecond for you, but for me, I'm gonna end it here for tonight and for this week probably. Hopefully Saturday we will have something like GTA on the channel maybe, and maybe even City Skylines. That can be, but as I'm going to say in a minute, I'm going to explain more about this world and about City Skylines. So don't worry guys, everything will be hopefully clear. If it isn't, contact me on Twitter, Skype. Don't have Skype here, but on Steam, whatever. Contact me, links are below, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care guys, see you in a second. And then, this is it. After the time-lapse you just watched, this is what I've created. Now, it's kind of weird because I'm recording this piece of the episode before the next, or the previous piece. So, what you heard was a voiceover, and I'm recording that after this. So it's kind of weird for me, but this is the final result of what you saw in the time-lapse. Now, this has changed a bit. I did that before the time-lapse. I didn't record it, didn't want to. And I've created like these fields right here, and they all look very nice, and I like it. Now the textures are a bit weird. I don't know why, but you know, we're gonna leave it as it is. You might be wondering, what did I do here? That's gonna be the trailer area, so there's gonna be trailer homes here or whatever. And this is where people are starting to build their homes now. So it's starting to look like a little town. I've downloaded some new custom assets, so the buildings look a bit more like American shops. Like this one, sort of an Outback restaurant or whatever, and a gas station or petrol, whatever you want to call that. And I think the town is looking very nice. We got the classic American national road going, and next to that we have a railway, and it just goes into the city, to the trees, and just comes into the city right here. And then you have like the major intersection right here with the which connects up this part of the world to this part, and then it crosses between these two. I don't know. I like this. I like the look of it. It turned out to be a bit larger than I expected. I thought the city of this town was going to be something like this big, but it turned out to cover a whole lot more, and I absolutely love it. I love the trees in it. It gives kind of a little foresty feel with farm fields, and it just looks so cool in the distance. I mean, if you look at this from above, then you can definitely see things starting to take shape actually. The airport will be changed in the future, don't you worry about that. The neighborhoods will be expanded. I'm probably gonna do a little grid pattern on this area right here, like that. I did say in one of the previous episodes what we're gonna do with this, so I gotta watch that back because I forgot. I'm just gonna fill this all in this area. This intersection we created in one of the previous episodes still isn't being used, or is not used. I'm trying though, not really. I want to use it because I like it. It looks kind of cool. So I gotta connect it up to this road, and let's say that's gonna be the main road of the neighborhoods. Then we're gonna use this as a connection to that. So that's just stuff I gotta figure out. This part of the episode will not be any building, probably. This will just be covering what we did. So let's go here again, and what I'm gonna do in the future. Now, the previous part of the episode was building, and I also explained a bit more about the future of this series, if I'm correct, because I am going to explain that to you in a little bit, which you already watched. Kind of weird, I know, it's a bit messed up for me as well, but you know, we'll see how it turns out. But I love this area. I mean, look at the trees and the roads, the little dirt roads. I kind of like it. I've added some warehouses here, so you know, we can put our imagination on the loose. Maybe some chickens in here, pigs, I don't know. It's just, I don't know, really. And then here we got the end of the farm fields and stuff, and then it's just forest and trees and all that kind of good stuff. This interchange will go. I'm gonna delete it, and this will all be gone except for the water and the power lines right here. The water will still be taken from this area, so that is that. I think that will work very nicely. What else will change? Well, it's good that you're saying. This airport is gonna go. I'm gonna delete it. It causes nothing but trouble. It's so busy with airplanes in the sky. Look at this, all these airplanes. I gotta disable some mods. I'm probably gonna disable these little ones. A lot of these little ones. I have a lot of them, so I'm gonna probably disable a couple so that they cannot, excuse me, spawn anymore. Because as you can see here, there's 2 in there. There's a plane waiting here, another plane waiting inside of that plane. There's another plane going in here, and probably a couple more. Last time I showed you this in the time lapses, the cinematic footage. This was really busy. That's why you didn't see it. But there were like 15 planes there waiting to get to a hangar. So that is all going to be expanded, and it's going to be a bit larger on a larger scale, because the city is growing a bit larger than I originally would have expected it to. So that's why it's only 1 runway now, but it's going to be 2 and maybe even 3. Now here is the canal, which should be filled soon. Don't worry, it's not going to take this shape forever. We're going to wait until the harbor is in this area, and then we can make this perfect as how we want it to. But this is just going to fill in water for now, so we can start to use this power plant, and we can do some solar panels in here as well, just to get a lot of energy. This interchange, gonna go. I like it because it looks like a giant mess, and I'm a fan of giant messes. No, I'm not really, but just a little bit. You can go wherever you want, and I love it, so that's why it's still here. It is going to change in the future. I don't know when exactly, but probably if the airport gets redesigned, this whole contraption, as we can call it now, will all be gone, and we'll have a different system. And I've already been laying out the new system here. As you can see, we got the industrial highway. That's what I want to call this, because it's close to the industrial area and to the stadium. Originally, this was planned as the stadium area highway, so people can park here easily. But then I thought, well, there's no matches being played here, so why not use this as the industrial connection? That's why it's a roundabout and just a little thing and thing here and stuff. Still not perfect though. Still not perfect. I gotta figure out how to make this work splendidly, because it isn't currently. This tunnel is probably gonna be connected up to this the highway here, and it's going to be in a highway probably. So that's all things I gotta figure out and do some planning about. But then you can see there's a new interchange taking shape here. It's just a split off, actually. This highway will be connected up to something around here. I don't know, there's probably gonna be a neighborhood or something, I don't know. And then this is going to be probably the main connection to the harbor, and or maybe the airport. So I like the look of this so far. If we make this the airport entrance as well, this is gonna go and we get a lot more space in return. Now there's a lot of railroad tracks here. I know this one is keep or stay in here, definitely. This one will probably be redesigned and given a different location into this area. As well as here, this is gonna be the main station. So the main station of the city is in a weird spot. It's gonna be located like up north into really the industrial area, quite closely actually. And then it's gonna be split off here, a separate train which connects up to the San Vegas downtown station is probably what I'm gonna call it, or something like that. I don't know yet. Now, as you can see, or could see in the time lapse, this was being created. Now I expanded these little railroad tracks up into the city. Still, this hasn't been connected up. I still got to do that. But I've been redesigning this part of the city to be a little bit different than what I was hoping for, because this was going to be like a little more expensive part of the city. But then I changed my mind because I like doing this, and this is a little detail working. You probably will never see it actually. If you're like going about, you will see a bit of a white contraption with bread and stuff. And then you're just like, I don't care, I don't want to know what it is or something. But then you actually zoom in on it and there's like lots of trains. And you start to wonder why are there lots of trains here. That's probably what you wanted in the time lapse as well. That's like a rail yard. And then by rail yard I mean a giant unorganized mess, like the intersections I make. But this is like decommissioned trains, like the planes in... What is his name again? I'm bad with names. With Fresh Popcorn. He did the airport with the little scrapyard. I forgot the name, how you call that. The boneyard. And this is like my boneyard of trains underneath the tracks, and that's why we created this area. This is what I've done off screen. You wouldn't see this in the time lapse, but this is like another poor people area, like this one. Looks just a bit better, so this probably will not be the poorest people area. It's gonna be this neighborhood. This is the neighborhood you don't want to live in, really. Lots of crime, the Russian mob, you know, everyone's fighting it out on the streets. It looks peaceful, but then when you zoom in, you got this, and it looks like crap, and it's horrible, and you don't want to live here. That's gonna be this neighborhood. So that is something I like a lot. And also one big issue I have with this city. It's quite a large issue actually. Is this part of the city. This is absolute hell for me. Now as you can see, I've done a grid pattern here, which soon hopefully will be filled up with buildings like we done here. But then with, you know, a bit more care, and it looks a bit nicer with lots of parks and greenery. But this will hopefully be filled up soon, because I absolutely hate this part of the city. I mean, look at how what kind of color is in here. It just doesn't seem like one city. It seems like a whole different buildings, like propped together, and it just looks bad. It's horrible. So this is all gonna be gone by one of the next episodes, hopefully. Then there's also the second large problem, which is actually a bit more like this one, because it's kind of old, this part of the city, as well as this highway here. It's making me mad, especially on this part of right here. I gotta redesign it, not redesign, but redesign it. And I have no idea what I'm gonna do with it. I really don't. I have a little idea about how I want the shape of it. And this just popped into my mind right now, popped into my mind. This curve will be gone, and this whole section will all be gone. And then the curve will like go here, onto the next island, and then shape around and connect up to that, right there. So we're gonna not have this right here, but we're gonna go around it. And then we might do a tunnel underneath the runway. This is a good idea. This is a good idea of mine. I don't know yet. That's gonna be a bit of a problem or an issue, I don't know. Now, this city has been nothing but, what do you call it? This is a difficult one. Projects which have never been finished. Like this one, for example. The racetrack. Spent 2 episodes in this and then I kind of let it go. That's what happens sometimes. I mean, yeah, I can finish this, but I don't really feel like finishing it. I like it. I love it though. But I don't feel like finishing it. I like it as it is. If it finished, probably I like it more, but I don't want to finish it. I don't know why. I don't have the motivation. That's also something you heard from me in the beginning. And that's still something I gotta tell you, which is on my mind. This highway still hasn't been finished yet. I plopped this down. Look at the shape of that. We're quickly gonna get out of this area because this is my least favorite part. Like above this line, everything is unorganized and looks really bad. Below the line is everything's fine, except for this piece right here and the highway. And then there's just a couple more things like this railway, which is connected up to really anything. And then we go here. This is a cool area. I love this area. I like it a lot. But I think that's everything we have to cover for now. I believe so. And as I said in the previous, or in the time lapse, not in the previous episode, but as I said in the time lapse, things are gonna change on the channel. It sounds weird, and I don't like change myself. I really don't. But change has to happen because I don't really feel like doing City Skylines every week, 2 episodes anymore. I like to do more things, more games. I play more games than City Skylines. You might think I only play City Skylines, but it isn't. I play Farming Simulator, I play GTA, I mean I play other games, Battlefield, Call of Duty sometimes, the old ones, because those are good. The new ones are crap, horrible games, don't play them. But I play more games and I really want to get the diversity back into the channel, the diversity we had 2 years ago. No, not 2 years, but a year ago maybe. When I did Minecraft, for example, that was a game I did on the channel, Minecraft, City Skylines I did SimCity. What else did we do? We did Battlefield. We did some shooters actually. We did GTA 4 and The Forest eventually also on the channel. So a lot of games have been on here. I know you might think in a video crash, but it isn't. I'm just not moving. I'm talking with my hands. That's what I do. It's who I am. I'm just gonna make a beautiful picture of it right here. This is the city. But that's who I am. I play more games and I want to get more games on the channel. Now, there's a little secret that I haven't told you in a time lapse. For those of you who are interested in GTA 5 videos, I'm working on a fix to fix my game because it keeps on crashing in online modus only. So it's kind of weird, but I have found a server where I've been accepted on that they like do the GTA 5 police chases. Like you got LSPDFR, that's a mod, a really cool mod though. I like that, and I like playing games like that. You know, chasing bad guys. It's cool. That's a cool game mode. I've been rambling on about for ages now, but I'm gonna end it soon, don't worry. But that's a cool game mode, I like it. And that's what I'm going to do probably on a channel, so that might be a video you're gonna see this Saturday actually, I have no idea. Now there's also one more thing I gotta tell you before we end the episode, and that is my, what we call in my school, the, like, it's an exam, basically it's an exam. I got an exam in 2 weeks. And school's getting busier and busier, and I got a couple things finished, but just not the finishing touch. I gotta finish up on a couple classes, and then we're done for this semester. Then there's another semester, but that's gonna be less difficult and I think less work as well. But leave that aside for now. So that means I'm probably gonna be busy the next 2 weeks, which might mean there will not be any videos. As I said, I have Twitter. Follow me on Twitter if you want news and updates. I told you that before and I didn't update you on Twitter as well, but now I am going to tweet, and I'm more active on Twitter because I got the app on my phone. I didn't before. I got it now this week, so we get that going for us, which is nice. I will be active on Twitter, so if you have something to say to me, you don't want to say on YouTube, send me a tweet or say it on YouTube. I don't care really. If you talk to me, cool. Twitter, you can do Steam chat, YouTube videos, whatever. I think there's more in my description, I don't know, but we'll see. I really hope you enjoyed this series so far, because at this point in time, I know it will continue for a couple more episodes. As you can see in the thumbnail design, I redesigned it, you know, this is what I do. But I think the series will continue on for a couple more episodes. But after that, I am not sure what will happen to this specific series, because San Vegas is getting old. It's been about 2 months, I think, since San Vegas opened and started. And San Vegas is my baby, don't get me wrong, I like San Vegas. There's just so many little things wrong with it that I want to do different in the next series. Like, for example, not make the map so unusually large, with a suburb here and downtown there, and then the stadium there. I just want to make it a bit more compact, with with a bit less rivers in the middle of it. You know, just make it a city, because now it looks like different cities which are in one county, and that's kind of bumming me out and not making me want to continue with the series. And then I know I gotta tell to myself, you know, motherfucker, shouldn't say that with the new terms and policies, but I'm gonna do it anyway. Fix it and, you know, do some work on this to make it one. But I try, and it just takes so long. So I think if I want to make this city one whole, it's gonna be taking about 10 hours of my time, and those 10 hours I don't have. If I am playing City Skylines, I'm recording, that's it. I rarely play it off camera. Now today was a bit of a different day. I played it off camera. I enjoyed my time on here, but I don't feel like connecting up the entire city. But it is something I have to do if I want to keep this series going. So I don't know. Let me know in the comments if you want to see a new city. If you want to get rid of San Vegas. If you love San Vegas, then leave that in the comments as well. Or tweet me if you want a new world, or if you have a good world which looks nice and you want me to play on that. Leave it in the comments or tweet me. That's all I gotta say. Or add me on Steam. You can chat to me on there as well. I'm casually active on Steam. But that is that. That's what I'm gonna end the series. Not the series. I said it again. Now you're gonna think the series is ending, but it isn't. I'm gonna end the episode with that. I'm gonna take a sip of my water, probably drink the whole bottle. And for me, I'll be right back with you, but for you, I won't. But I hope you enjoyed your time on here today. And I hope to, of course, see you in the next one. I love you guys. Take care. We're already at 460, 70 subscribers, which is insane. We're close to hitting the 500 mark, so I gotta think of a special or something. But I see you guys in the next one. Take care, guys. You're awesome, and bye-bye.